I would like to call on stage CA Jinand Shah, the Managing Director, Online PSB Loans. Come on, everyone.
So Open Pro has, say, 3 million MSMEs, right? All the MSMEs issue invoices using their system. They have the entire supply chain managed using their system. They have all the banking done using their system. What else does the lender on the other side require? So when Open has an API structure which gives this data to banks on the other side, bank already has an infrastructure to consume this data, give an offer on the other side, and that person sitting on Open infrastructure gets a financing in their office without going to bank and a branch. That is exactly how lending is going to transform, and that is what we call as a cash flow based financing. Tomorrow banks are going to be there on this platform, on that platform, every platform, and that is how lending is transforming. And this is what we tell that it is a cash flow based financing or a database based financing. 1 crore MSME that are filing GST returns. Right. For those who are not from India, it's 10 million MSME, 10 million plus MSMEs that are registered with GST. They are filing monthly or quarterly returns. These returns actually have the sales data, they have the purchases data, month-on-month data of how much turnover that is happening, how much purchases that are happening, from whom you are purchasing and whom you are selling. If you have all this data, right, you can actually do a profiling of that person. So this all data points are going digital. The more digital data points are there, the faster lending decision can happen. Once the additional data points and APIs are opening up, this all APIs will help the bankers to make better decision making. So with a limited data points, the banker has to accept that my NPA might be in a range of 5% to 10%. My rate of interest instead of 10%, I'll charge 15%. Right, so that my risk is covered. But the customer on the other side is really good. He will never go for a 15% loan. He would like to have an 8% rate of interest. So that is where the additional APIs, additional data points will help the bank to give a better decision making. So that is called as an API based or a data based decision making in lending, which is coming up. The third point which he referred was an OPL framework. Now how lending is transforming, this I don't know how many of you would be aware of it. It's very technical. It's called as Open Credit Enablement Network, right? Now, every lender on the other side, if I have to integrate, so today say my system is integrated with every lender on the other side, which is there. For integrating that, it took me 2 years with each lender because their systems, their internal requirements, everything I have to comply with. Every bank taking 1 year, 2 years is crazy. So that entire thing, right, is getting transformed into same state of APIs which every bank will be using to integrate, right? So what is happening is while we are creating infrastructure for the banks, we are creating it in a manner that tomorrow I have to integrate with them or third party or fourth party. It will be the same API structure. And they will understand that this is the API structure in which lending gets integrated and the integration will happen faster. So that is the OPL framework which is coming up in India. And that framework actually will be applicable for every country because lenders should not have different API integration system. There has to be a common protocol of API integration. Otherwise, lending cannot transform.